know what day it is. Good morning, Monday vlogs. Yeah. Hey, is this thing on? Oh, it is? Okay, so we're recording. Sweet. Okay, guys, welcome back. Welcome to Good Morning Monday. I'm a little more put together today, and it's because my mom got a boyfriend thing here, and, you know, like, I can't walk around the house in pajamas. So, I have to be a good hostess. No, but I've been doing a lot of thinking about favorite video games and whatnot, and I'm trying to decide if I have one. Because I knew that I brought up how Final Fantasy was one of my most favorite video games, but I don't have like a set favorite video game. So I was thinking about like the qualities that you have to have a set favorite video game. It's like beat the game so many times, love the soundtrack, whatever. I haven't ever beat a Final Fantasy game. Cause you know, Markiplier has that what's the space game that I can't remember the name of it. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. Ew. Get off my block, man. Sorry. My neighbors, cut that. Don't leave that in. It's a bad idea. My unicorn cup is over yonder way. It's got my coffee in it. I should get it. This week's coffee has hot chocolate in it that my mom gave me. God, I feel so hoarse and stuff. But I'm not like sick or anything. Ako taco. But my ADHD kicked in real strong right then. I was talking about favorite video games. If we're going based off of the criteria that I mentioned, because you always hear YouTubers talk about their favorite video games. Like, I think Nitro Rad's favorite video game, he said it was, I think, don't quote me on it, I think he said that it was, God, The Adventures of Rayman 2, specifically that one. And then Jacksepticeye is Shadow of the Colossus. Bloodborne is a close second for him. I've never played Bloodborne or Shadow of the Colossus myself, but I've seen other people play it. Play them, since there's two different games that I just mentioned. But if we're going based off that criteria, I've probably beat Fable 3 and Ratatouille the most, and I know Fable 3's soundtrack the most. But I wouldn't, it's one of my favorite games. In fact, I want to get the emblem thing tattooed, but I wouldn't know if that would, like, be brand for me to have, like, a favorite video game. What game resonated with me the most, though, was probably Assassin's Creed, because you just see all these people go through these things, and, you know, what the hell? Altair, sorry, I was trying to figure out which one it was. He pulls his shit on his own. Like, when he loses all of his shit, it's a good way of, like, simulating a tutorial. It's good game design, but, he did that himself, but, like, you go through Ezio and Connor and 3 and Edward and Black Flag, and you got all the other assassins. Like, Assassin's Creed is one of those games that just, like, kind of resonates with everybody, because there's love, there's loss, there's fights. And that was the first, like, parkour game that I saw. Because when everybody thinks parkour, they think either Assassin's Creed or Uncharted. And I love Uncharted. I've never played it, but I would love to play it. But yeah, trying to figure out a favorite game, everybody looks at me and be like, Bridget, you talk about The Sims the absolute most, and it's because The Sims has been the most readily available game for me my entire life. I've had to rent other games to play them, and then I won't have the time. Okay, we're back. My mom getting in the room asking me questions or saying things to me or whatever. But what was I talking about? Favorite video games, right. I don't know that I could pick one favorite video game. Because if you ask my friends, the games that I play in front of them the most have to be probably fucking Fable 3, Sims, or Ratatouille. My little brother would tell you the Polar Express because that's the first game I ever beat, but we beat it together. And then I beat Super Mario Galaxy, the first one, on the Wii, so that was a good time. But like, if we're talking favorite video games, I can't decide because I've played a lot of video games, you know, and like, none of it has ever really stuck with me. Like, none of it. And that's kind of bizarre. Like, there's ideas that have stuck with me, like BioShock, Rapture, classic. Just because the idea of a utopia gone to shit, that's like the same kind of, it's within the same vein as The Giver, you know, and that's one of my favorite things. But, oh, there's a game at Mega Replay I want to buy, Telltale, Wolfman, or yeah, I think it's what it's called, Telltale Werewolf. It's on 360. I really want to buy that. And figure out a way to, you know, like, put it on the channel, but I have to have other tech. I would play that on the channel. I would. But, God, you know, like, it's just so hard trying to think of a favorite game. Because I played this game called, what's it called? Dark Cloud, where it's like a build your city game, but like an adventure game, kind of like Fire Emblem, you know? Played Fire Emblem on my DS, but I haven't had a DS in quite some time. So I don't know what would, like, qualify as a favorite game. There are, like I said, there are games that really, like, stick in the back of my head. Like, I remember the day that my brother and I, my older brother, and I sat in his bedroom and I watched him play Lord of the Rings on PS2, when the PS2s were, like, this thick. And then we that one got stolen from us. So we got a thin one, the first, like, PS2 that was thin with the silver platinum-y look. I remember playing that. There was also this game with, like, a hammer, and it's this little girl. And, like, the first levels, you walk around, the first boss is, like, you defeat this giant clock thing. I can't remember the name of that, but, like, I remember those games. I remember games that I've played and that I've seen people play, like, a million times, but I don't know that I have a favorite game. Or, like, a game that I can, like, seriously be like, this is my favorite game, it's so me, about. But, like I said, I've played Fable 3 and I've beat it a million times and it never gets old. It's because each time I start it, I try to go and 100% it, and I haven't ever 100%ed it. I've came close. I think my brother still has my copy of that somewhere. My little brother. But, God, if we're talking favorite video games, I don't think I have one. And I would really like to have one so that I could be like, you know, this is me, I live for this, like, that people know this about me. There are things that are very on brand for me, like pizza. You can't, pizza. I was looking at my big screen, and then I forgot about the little screen not having the records. Well, yeah, it does, actually. So, never mind. The pizza is on the beanie, but, like, I have Nightmare Before Christmas hat, Nightmare Before Christmas beanie. On the outside of my door, there's a Nightmare Before Christmas poster. Over here, my first two props on that shelf are Nightmare Before Christmas. I have a Nightmare Before Christmas bag. I have a Nightmare Before Christmas wallet somewhere to put away because I don't use it. Because it was going to fall apart and I didn't want to ruin it. And I have, like, a yarn ornament jack that I just have in my room. So I haven't got favorite movies. But I don't have a favorite video game, and that is really perturbing me. Yeah, I just don't have one. There's nothing that makes sense enough to me to have a favorite video game. Like, there's never been a game that's like, oh, I really want to play this today, I'm so excited to play it, da-da-da-da-da. There's always been like, okay, we're playing this today, because you need to do this in it. There's never been a game where I was like, oh, I just really want to play that. I really want to play it. I can't wait to go home and play this, you know, like, there hasn't been a game like that for me. And, you know, who knows, maybe it'll come to me one day, or maybe it'll come to me soon. I would rather it come to me soon so I could start being like, yo, this is my favorite game, I know a lot about it, blah, 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 blah. I've said before that Ark is one of my favorite games, but Ark is it's an open world survival game. And yeah, you make like attachments to these animals, and I've cried over dodo birds before, and you know, that's cool that a video game can do that and make you build a relationship with these characters and stuff like that, but you know, it just doesn't resonate with me as a favorite video game. And I mean, like, I remember when my stepdad, he got, like, we had a family GameCube, and that GameCube died. And then he bought a GameCube from somebody, or somebody sold him the GameCube, or like traded him for the GameCube or something. And then it was given to me, like it was my system, because Jeffrey, my brother, had a PlayStation 2 in his room. And then it became so, like, where we could flip, or not, like, he would play video games in my room and I would play video games in his room, because 2 different systems. And there was like a PS3 in the living room and an Xbox, I think, in my older brother's room at one point, I believe. But yeah, like, there's just nothing I can think of. But I remember when I got my GameCube and everybody just started buying me Mario games, because I got Paper Mario, I got Mario Sunshine, I got Mario World 1, I think. I had like 4 Mario games, then another GameCube game that I played like twice because it was ass, and then, man, that was so long ago. I was in like 5th grade when that happened. And I remember being, because I was the new kid at my middle school, because I transferred to the school in the middle of the school year, not the middle of the school year, like a month into the school year, and I didn't want to make any friends because I left all my friends to go to this school, but I didn't want to go to the school that I was like farmed into, because everybody at that school was already bullying me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to a school where nobody knows me and I can start over. And by my 8th grade year, I hated that place. But I ended up going into that 5th grade year thinking, I'm not going to make any friends. I don't want to make any friends, you know? Fuck friends, blah, 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 blah. Which is not how you should be ever. Like, your life is not a Lifetime movie. You may make a pact with your friends to not make any more friends. But you need human connection. Because I was going to a different middle school, and that was it. And I lost half the friends I had in my elementary school. And I made better friends at my middle school. And spent a lot of years with those people. And to this day, only one of those girls is my best friend still. Only one. And she knows who she is. And, I mean, I've reconnected with people that I went to middle school with. But it was years after I graduated, years. It's only been like 2.5. Yeah, only about 2.5, because I graduated when I was 18, spring 2016. So, yeah, just about. Girl, it's almost been 3 years. Oh man. That's kind of weird. But yeah, I remember going into middle school and like being the only girl I knew who played video games, like actually sat and played video games. And I didn't consider myself a gamer, because I was like, I watched people's strategies and then I'd be like, oh, I do it this way. Like, I backseat game a lot, IRL, and people would be like, okay, when I die, you can try it. And then I either wouldn't beat the boss, or like would beat the boss. I remember Pac-Man World 2 and finding all the Easter eggs in that and playing through World of Chaos, which is literally just level 2 in the game. And the level designs in those games are so cool. Like the trampoline one, that was a lot of fun. That map design was really a good one. I love that game. I would play that a million times over. In fact, for Christmas one year, we got all 3, like the Pac-Man worlds on PlayStation 2, and then Pac-Man World 2 was the only one that didn't work. So that might be one of my favorites. But like, I don't know. I have to I don't know. If I come up with a favorite game, I'll let you guys know. Because, you know, when people think, YouTubers, they think, what's your favorite game? And Little Simsy, she loves The Sims 4. Like, that's her favorite game. But like, she really, 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 really loves, holy fuck, I just lost my train of thought. I forgot the name of the game. What is that game? Stardew Valley. She really loves Stardew Valley. But like, Sims is her brand. Like, she loves The Sims. Like, everybody, when you hear Little Simsy, you think, oh, Sims Let's Player. And you hear Mark, you think, or Markiplier, you think about the space game that he plays and why it's his favorite game, and that TED Talk he did at that one con that I can't remember the name of either. And just crap, dude. You think Jacksepticeye, you think Shadow of the Colossus, or The Last Guardian, or Bloodborne, or any of the games that he talks about, because he gets, well, specifically Shadow of the Colossus, because that's actually his favorite video game, but like, he's so in tune with these video games and their like worth and their structures, and like, you know, it's really, really cool. Like, how everybody can like be like, oh, this game reminds me of this person, or like this song or this soundtrack, or this person can listen to this soundtrack. I have a favorite movie. My favorite movie is Great Gatsby. It has been and always will be. Next to, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas. But I know too much about, like, Nightmare Before Christmas is my favorite thing ever. Like, ever. But favorite movie that's not animated is gonna be Great Gatsby. All day, every day. But I have close seconds, like Fried Green Tomatoes. That's a really good one. Steel Magnolias, that's another really good one. But yeah, I really want a favorite video game because my little brother, his favorite video game, Mass Effect 3, specifically. No, he just loves the Mass Effect 3, like, series. And I really thought that, like, I related to Dead Space, or Fear, or Splatterhouse, or God of War. And I love God of War. Like, I love God of War. Love it all. But is it my favorite video game? Like, is it? Probably not. And it's weird because, like, it's weird to say that you want a favorite video game, but, like, I do. I really do want a favorite video game. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm the kind of person who rereads books, who replays video games, so it's weird that I don't have a favorite video game, just like off the top of my head. I could think of it being my favorite video game. Once upon a time, I would tell you Guitar Hero 3, specifically. It was the first one I beat on my own without any help. But yeah, I can't think of a favorite video game. If you ask somebody, they'll probably tell you Sims 3. But if we're talking Sims game, Sims 1 is my favorite Sims game. Or Sims Busted Out. I beat that on my DS 4 times. 4 or 5 times. No. So many times. Like, I can't even tell you how many times, actually. I only say 4 because I remember 4. Because they were all on road trips. And, fuck, man. I just can't think of any favorite video games that I might have. Like, at all. Which is weird. But, like, any video games that will be like, be like, oh, I love that game. Or, oh, I love this game ever since it came out, blah, 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 blah. There are no video games like that for me off the top of my head. And favorite video games should be off the top of your head. Like, they should be instinctual. And I don't have a favorite video game, and it's really bothering me. So what that means is I just need to play more video games. Or replay the ones I've mentioned and see how they make me feel. Or listen to their soundtracks, even. Like, after this, I'm going to listen to Pac-Man World 2 soundtrack. Duh. So, you know, who knows? A mobile game Let's Player without a favorite. I have a favorite mobile game. I can tell you what that is right away. You guys want to know what it is? Do you want to know what my favorite mobile game is? It's really stupid. And I don't know why it's even my favorite. I don't know why it's my favorite mobile game, but Half Brick Studios is my favorite mobile game developer. I love them to death. And the first game I ever played by them was Jetpack Joyride. And when I think favorite mobile games, Jetpack Joyride is the one for me. And yeah, Jetpack Joyride is such a good game. It's such a good game. Like, the sound design is good. The lighting is good. The sprites are good. It's a really nice take on, like, 2D meets 8-bit animation. And, yeah, it's like, it's a run-and-done game. But you have, like, objectives. So, like, high five 72 scientists or whatever. 15 scientists in one run. Or dodge so many of the electric light things. Or, like, break 5 floor panels. Or get a machine, or yeah, get a vehicle like 5 times or whatever. And it's like simple, but it's simple enough to be like, ah, I was this close. And then like it lets you screenshot and you get coins and all this stuff. And yeah, it's so good. I love it so much. Love the art style. It's such a good game because like and it's so weird because the level layouts, like you go from like warehouse industry to like underwater, and I think last time I played, like the farthest I got, I was in like a garden section, but what is that? It's a piece of fluff from my blanket, this one. But yeah, man, like Jetpack Joyride is my favorite mobile game of all time. I used to think Crash Bandicoot was my favorite video game. I used to think that about Spyro too. I've played Jammer Lammy, and there's just nothing that like resonates with me. I used to play Jeopardy on PlayStation 1. Does anybody remember that? Because I played that so many times, and I used to be like, you fucking suck, this game fucking sucks, like, because I didn't know anything. Like, I was just dumb. But that's a good fun game. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Jackbox because it's multiplayer. It's like 1 to 3 players, I think, specifically just 3, because you know, like, the PlayStation 1 had 3 slots on it. Unless you got like the PlayStation 1 second generation, because you know, like, there's game systems and then there's like the fixed versions of those games in manufacturings or game systems. So like I had like one of the OG PlayStations, like the first line that was released. I had that one, and I sold it. So I didn't sell it actually. I gave it to Goodwill. But yeah, I had a game system at my dad's. I had a game system at home. I think the only place I didn't have a game system was my grandparents that used to live right across the street from me. It was the only place I didn't have a game system. Video games have been in my life, like, in so many different ways. Because my dad, we had PlayStation 1 there, but he would get us these handheld games. Like, I had a Littlest Pet Shop handheld, like, plug into the TV game. And I had a Pac-Man one, and my sister had Mrs. Pac-Man. And I think my dad might still have that one. But, I don't know. Because they gave me the PlayStation 1, and I bought plug into the TV Pac-Man game for my stepdad for his birthday like 2 years ago, and it's got all the OG games on it except for the racing game that I would want to play so bad. But I want to get one of those, like, you know, one of the PlayStation ones that has like Metal Gear on it, and you know, the fun ones. I don't even know those really bad, because PlayStation 1 is what resonates with me as like OG good games. Like I've played Nintendo 64 games, and I played some of the original wrestling video games on there. Like, you know, like I played 007. But like when you think about like by generation, PlayStation 1 is the like system that like hits home with me, other than the original Xbox. Because the original Xbox that was my exposure to like a lot of video games, because we played Final Fantasy on the original Xbox, and played the Dexter's Laboratory game on the original Xbox, played Munch's Big Adventures on the original Xbox, Destroy All Humans on the original Xbox. Like, so those two original like points with me are like favorite systems. I'm totally an Xbox player, but I think I'm going to have to graduate into PC gamer, because that's what I want to do. I want to be able to record videos and play things on PC, because like everything looks better on PC. Everything runs better on PC. And I'll probably buy both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and figure out like PC gaming stuff. So, but yeah, do I have a favorite video game? Do you have a favorite video game? Let me know your favorite video games. And yeah, man, just shoot it down in the comments below. Peace.